right now we're finishing up the potluck, and Diana is my 8th person to speak today. That's pretty amazing. I mean, eight speakers today. People who came in here, my store, and shared their story of what it means to them for raw, and everyone has like a different approach. I guess we're going to share about your approach and why you went raw.
Yeah, the reason that I got involved in raw foods is just a continuing search for wellness for myself, and I also live my life teaching people how to become healthy, and so this was just a natural progression. So I really didn't have a disease or an illness that I was looking to cure, but what I found for me is that the wellness that it brought to my life and the amazing cures that I've seen from people that I've introduced green smoothies to and living foods too, I'm just astonished by how fast it works.
What are some of the cures that you've seen?
Diabetes. There was
right.
a gentleman that I had introduced to green smoothies to. He had a green smoothie every day for breakfast and something living at every other meal. And within a few months he had gone to his doctor, and he had voluntarily, of his own free will, and not with my suggestions, had reduced his medications, and his doctor said that he needed to reduce his medications. He didn't tell the doctor that he had already done that. And she said basically that he wasn't considered diabetic anymore, and that he couldn't keep taking the medication because it was making him sick.
Right,
it was
right.
too low for him.
Right.
And then we also had somebody that came to live with us whose house burned down, and they also had to eat what we were eating because that's what we had.
You and your husband are both mostly raw, right?
Yeah, about 80%.
80% raw,
about 80%.
okay.
And sometimes 100%, so it depends,
yeah.
but usually about 80%. And so this person was eating about 80%, probably a little bit less because he had lunch somewhere
Right.
else. And within a couple of weeks of eating raw, he actually could see again. He was becoming blind. He was about 90% blind in one eye and about 60% in the other eye. And after eating with us, probably about 50% living, I would say, for him, he went to the bank, and for the first time in years, he could actually see his signature on the check.
Yeah, we have a lot of activity going on here, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, and
And for yourself, some of the things that you have seen?
For me, it's the synchronicity of my life.
Right.
You know, like I want something to happen, and it seems like, especially when I'm eating raw greens, when I'm eating lamb's quarters and dandelion and more of the wild-crafted greens in my smoothies, I find that some unforeseen force is just lining things up for me that I'm not even having to try to do things, where I would try to push and push and push and try and try and try. I just found
Like you're in sync with life, and everything kind of comes in. That's why I don't ask for anything.
Yeah, amazing things.
I never ask for anything, because I always get what I want.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So for me, it was this synchronicity, and because I'm studying to be a naturopathic doctor.
But you are studying to be.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I do massage therapy and body work, and I have
Right.
a master's degree in natural medicine.
Right.
So my hands are my tools, and then also what I recommend with people for their lives. And what's the truth is really what I want to recommend to them. I don't want to get rich, and I don't need anybody else to get rich. I just want people to be well and happy. And
I'm happy you're doing this.
I find that the living foods are really, it's
Right.
the only way that
Right.
it gets the true happiness. And,
That's true.
and the total aliveness.
Right.
And seeing the transformation in my partner, you know.
We are the, what is it, the song we sang?
Oh, the face of God.
Face of God.
Face of God.
When we
Yeah.
eat the God's food, kind of the love of who you are really comes shining through, as well as everybody else.
Yeah, and Dr. Tony said in the speech that it was the molecular level of the foods,
Right.
but I think that it's also the vibration of the foods. You know, so it's because the foods haven't had that vibration stripped away from
That's
them
right.
and being in the radiation,
Right.
and especially the wild foods because they've grown wherever they wanted to grow,
Right.
and they're doing what they want to do, and that you're bringing that into you, and you can't help but
With an
have your
vibration.
energetic vibration go up a level, and you just can't help but be affected by that.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal, to create an energetic movement for a transmission of disease-free world. That's my goal.
Wellness of the body, but also the mind, and
That's
that
right.
connection, that wholeness, and the realness is there. And I think that's what everybody's really looking for. They're looking for nutrients
Right.
and realness and truth. And they're looking in some places that are pretty empty, but that's
Right.
okay,
That's
because
okay.
then when they find the truth and they see the truth, they're going to know it for
That's
themselves.
right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You too.